for staying tuned. I am Stanford Howard with your Tuesday, January 14th edition of the Hgp Sportscast. In cricket, Guyana Cricket Board officially hands over newly constructed Shiv Chandrapal all-weather practice facility to the Everest Cricket Club. Hear more in this report. On Tuesday, at the simple but significant ceremony, the Everest Cricket Club was finally given the go-ahead of the full use of the all-weather practice facility, which is named after Guyanese great Shiv Chandrapal. The facility was constructed at a cost of 3.5 million Guyana dollars. The construction of the facility is one of the many projects that Guyana Cricket Board has embarked on over the last 18 months in an effort to develop local cricket talent. Manzoor Nadir, president of the Everest Cricket Club, spoke on the ways that sports contributed to the overall promotion and development of the country.
I remember being at the national park, and there was an Indian international artist, I think it was Shah Rukh Khan himself, and there was an old star, Rishi Kapoor. And when he went on stage, all he wanted to see was, could someone tell Mr. Chandrapal I'm here, I want to see him. So sport is very important, and we are very grateful to the Guyana Cricket Board for this facility. We also pledge that we're going to maintain it and keep it in operational use 24/7.
Anand Sanasi, secretary of the Guyana Cricket Board, highlighted the benefits of building an all-weather facility in Guyana. He lauded collaboration between the GCB and the Everest Cricket Club to bring this project on stream.
Will benefit players at Everest, Georgetown, Demerara, and Guyana at large. In fact, for those of you who don't know, the Guyana Jaguars practices at Everest 4 days a week.
Sanasi added by the end of the week there will be handing over a similar facility to representative of the cricket club at Salem Essequibo. The Guyana Cricket Board will also be working hard this year to finish the state-of-the-art facility at La Labon in Tension on the east coast of Demerara, as two others slated to be constructed in West Berbice and Linden. The Guyana Cricket Board Territorial Developmental Officer Colin Stewart said the body sees this initiative as a very valuable one.
Facilities, as we have now, under the name Shiv Chandrapal Practice Facility, it will enable the club to better manage their players. I foresee that a number of the youths during the general afternoon practice will be able to access in their session if the bigger boys are out in the middle. And apart from that, the net facility will be available throughout the day. So
for Hgp Sport, I am Stanford Howard. The Guyana Motor Racing and Sports Club indicated that its annual general meeting is set to take place on February 10th. The election of office bearers and AGM, along with the presentation of audited financial statements, will take place at the GMRNSC Thomas Land's office. The meeting will begin at 1800 hours. Before things head to the boardroom, the club has confirmed that the 2020 year will start with the Endurance Championship Round 1 on January 26. Following the AGM, the club will host its first circuit racing event of the year on February 16th. The first installment of drag race set for March month end, with a large contingent of Surinamese competitors, with as much as 8 machines expected to turn up at South Dakota Track Strip. Circuit racing returns in July on the 5th, with August 16 being the highly anticipated international drag race meet. Round 2 of the Endurance Championship is set for September 13th, with the last round of drag racing set for October 4th. The International Circuit Racing event is set for November 8th. In rugby, it's already the end of the second week in the new year, and local rugby players, despite the ongoing challenges, are saddling up for a busy 2020. Let's join Jaden Samuels.
Turning our attention to some rugby news, the agenda for this year gets going this Saturday with North versus South, Georgetown 15's match scheduled for the athletics field at the National Park. The bullying will continue on January 25 with rigorous training for both under-19 teams that will be going head-to-head with the Ruggers from French Guiana on dates yet to be confirmed. Training will move into another gear for the 2023 World 15s International Qualifier matches with a home game against old rivals Trinidad and Tobago in late March. Earl early April. Meanwhile, games listed for Guyana will see the Guyana Rugby Football Union having to forfeit these games due to the lack of international size rugby pitches. Works would have commenced by the National Sports Commission to upgrade the rugby field at the National Park to international standards, but according to the National Sports Commission, the inclement weather and lack of materials would have stalled the project, which does not have a definitive completion date as yet. Rugby has seen its fair share of blows from unfulfilled promises by the National Sports Commission and the Ministry of Social Cohesion, but the Peter Green-led side will be putting their belief in the new executive coming out of the elections this month end. Jaden Samuels, Hgp Sports.
In women's football, Guyana and St. Kitts and Nevis have been elevated to the group stage as the 2020 CONCACAF Women's Under-20 Championships continue, while Costa Rica and Panama have been selected hosts of FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Jaden Samuels reports.
Turning our attention to some football news. After being awarded the rights as FIFA Women's Under-20 World Cup 2020 hosts, 2 slots from the group stage of the 2020 CONCACAF Women's Under-20 Championship set for the Dominican Republic this February-March would have been left vacant. These slots have been filled by the respective winners of the CONCACAF qualifying rounds in Groups A and B, Guyana and St. Kitts. Guyana romped to a clean sweep of Group A at the Lenora Track and Field facility with wins over Bermuda 2-0, Suriname 3-1, St. Lucia 2-0, and Antigua and Barbuda 2-0 in July of last year. Guyana's Lady Jags have now earned a spot in Group D of the CONCACAF group stage alongside Mexico, Nicaragua and Puerto Rico, while St. Kitts and Nevis will battle in Group F with the likes of Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago and the Cayman Islands. Competition is set for February 22 to March 8 in the Dominican Republic. Guyana's Lady Jags will open against Nicaragua on February 23. 2 days later, the Guyanese will face off with Puerto Rico with a clash against Mexico set for February 27. Jaden Samuels, Hgp Sport.
Thank you, Jaden. And finally, in cricket, West Indies star all-rounder Dwayne Bravo is back, while Darren Sammy touts the possibility of a return to West Indies cricket. Hear more from Samuel Gillis.
Dwayne Bravo, who last played a T20 in 2016, is back under the new leadership of West Indies cricket. Bravo said in a radio interview in Trinidad's 1955 FM, "I felt like a kid again when I first get a call from West Indies chairman of selectors, Roger Harper, and he said that they were looking forward to having me back." Bravo announced his retirement from international cricket in October 2018. But continued playing franchise cricket. Later in December 2019, he came out of T20 retirement to make himself available for selection in the lead-up to the 2020 ICC Men's T20 World Cup, which will take place in October to November. Former West Indies captain Darren Sammy announced that he also has high hopes of playing international T20 cricket for the regional team. He last played for the West Indies in the final of the International Cricket Council's T20 World Cup against India in 2016, when the West Indies won the title under his leadership. Since then, Darren Sammy, the only skipper to win the T20 World Cup twice, has not played for the West Indies. It has been 4 years since he last donned the West Indies maroon. Sammy said he is still hoping to play for the West Indies in the ICC T20 World Cup, which is being held in Australia later this year. As the selection continues and the regional revamp proceeds, the panel of Cricket West Indies today named Romario Shepherd as the 14th player in the squad for the 3-match T20 International Series against Ireland. The matches will be played at Grenada National Stadium on Wednesday, January the 15th, and at Warner Park, St. Kitts on Saturday, January the 18th, and Sunday, January the 19th. For Hgp Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
Thank you, Samuel. And that's all we have for this edition of the Hgp Sportscast. But do remember, persistence can change failure into extraordinary achievement. I'm Stanford Howard saying goodbye, and over to you, Javon.